My gosh. So for example, with Witcher, watching Anya, yes, Joey and Henry and how they operated as leads was very interesting to me. They're very different. Um,
And this Henry Cavill is Superman, and Anya Chalotra who as well, who's an incredible
exactly.
actor.
All
Yeah.
incredible actors, and Joey Beatty, all from different like ways in as well. But like watching them on set was very informative because I was like, I started to ask myself the question, what kind of lead do you want to be at Adesuwa? You know,
Mm.
like it's really important when you think about the manifestation of something that when they say you really have to see yourself in it, it's important because that was my first experience of saying to myself, if when you're a lead, what kind of lead do you want to be? You know,
Mm.
watching Anya and how kind she is. Like I remember her inviting us to her apartment for dinner. Um, just sitting and listening to us. And she didn't have to, like, technically we're day players, you know what I mean? But I had the fortune of being on Witcher for like 3 months because of the
Mm.
way that episode was shot. Um, that meant that I get to like learn from her. And she's like, oh, if you want to talk to the showrunner, message her. And I'm like, I don't have her email. Here's her email. And here I am writing this long email to the showrunner for The Witcher to be like, hi, you hired me. We've never met. But I don't really know if I'm doing this or that because I remember thinking when I got Witcher and then I started researching the director and stuff for our block and thinking to myself, there are two types of directors that I've met, and I actually learnt this in Actor in Session. There are directors who are actors directors, and there are directors who are producers directors. A producer's director is there to make sure that everything is on budget, everything stays on time. They don't particularly have the actor's time. I could see it. Like it was actually really bad. Like normally I have all this prep and stuff I do on each scene, and there's a lot of work that goes into it. For that scene, I just winged it. I was like, I want to play this one. Just play it. Let's just do it. So I taped it with my friend Alan, um, and sent it off and left it. But what was weird, not weird, but I remember after taping it, having a private session with my acting coach and taking it with me instead of taking something new and saying, I want to work on this because I have a feeling I'm going to get a recall for this.
Mm.
Um, which is maybe arrogant, I don't know, but there's a thing where you feel it, where you're like, this one's coming back to me.
Mm.
So we worked it because I was like, when I get a recall, I want to elevate this even more wherever I did. And then like about 2, 3 weeks later, I get a message from my agent, you have a recall. Cool. Recall's in person. You're going to be there with the showrunner and the director and the casting director. Sweet. I don't particularly freak out about auditions. I think they're fun. I think this is our
Mm.
playground. This is where we get to do our job and enjoy ourselves a lot and just like have some fun. And then you have someone who's actually giving you direction. Well, a blessing in a world of self tapes. Um, so what was really enjoyable was going there, seeing all these black actresses that I know. That was really cool. I was like, oh my gosh, okay, I get there. And there's my friend Deborah. And I'm like, yo, okay, cool. The person that comes out, I know. The person going in, I know. The person coming in after me, I know. The person I'm leaving, it's like, this is amazing. I love being in such a world of talent, but we're all here together. This is great. Well done. And I remember like in the room for the second round, well, the recall, I love it, Tosha. She was like, oh, can we start with scene number 2? And I'm not really much of, I try not